Yes, I am late. I was fully aware. I was hungry though, and I realized I had not eaten. I had a little bit of like this. So the other day, Starman and I went to the movies, and I bought these. Don't judge me. I bought these like little vegan packets of sauce that had like a super mix of vegetables and fruit in them, and they were really good. And I only had one of them at the whatchamacallit, at the theater. And I had the last one. I'm not a huge fan of that last one. Thank God there was pineapple in it because the coconut was yuck. But I had that earlier this morning, and then when I'm about to get on stream, my stomach was like, "Bitch, you haven't actually eaten." And so I had some leftover chicken from work, really quick, because let me tell you something, guys. I was if you were who was I know actually I don't think anyone that's here was on my stream last night. I wasn't late. Everyone else was simply early. But anyways, if anyone was on my stream last night, I watched this YouTube documentary recently. And they were talking about the effects of veganism on kids. And how even just whatchamacallit, even just the fact that you are vegan doesn't just affect you, but it does affect how your kids come out. And they were going over all this stuff, and it was like, it was really incredible when you hear about how whatchamacallit, how the nutrient deficiency that you have affects your kids. I don't remember the title of it, but hold on, I will do you one better, Fox. I'm gonna do you one better. Because I watched it. It's by What We've Learned, Vegan Diets Don't Work, Here's Why. Let me get copy link. And then let me go over to my own channel. Yeah, they said that like to begin with, right? So this video was very comprehensive. I might even do an entire Ooh, Choco, go get your assignment done, young lady. Don't worry about if I'm late. That is way more important. Hey, Rachel. So Rachel was there. I think she was the only one on last night. But they were going over how, like, for instance, this is what's crazy, right? So here's what's crazy. In the video, they were talking about how even in cats, and they weren't technically vegan, like, so they were showing it cats that whatchamacallit, cats that eat cooked meat, not raw meat, that by third generation their kittens aren't viable enough to live past 6 months just because they keep feeding the parents technically less nutrient dense food. By the way, hi Moon, hi everyone else. Oh yeah, Moon was there last night. So it was Moon and Rachel pretty much. They were the only ones there last night. But when I tell you guys, just listening to it, watching this, it was so cool. Like, it wasn't cool in the sense that, like, oh, it's great, kids are dying or animals aren't getting enough nutrients. I don't mean it in that way. What I was meaning was, I've commented on the steak meat, that meat saves the mind. Right, it's true. Like, I will tell you point blank, when I feel my best overall after a while is when I eat semi-raw meat. No, I don't sit out here and pound down raw chicken. But what I'm saying is, like, when I have raw fish, when I have a lot of eggs, when I have a lot of cheese, it's okay, James. I understand, honey. It's okay, Pluribus. Oh, that's right, Allison. You were there too. Sometimes I have a heart. I will tell you right now, guys. When right after we got the stream, I was like, I am so sorry, girl. I know I rambled a little bit earlier in the night because I was exhausted. It's the first day of Shark Week, and it always makes me tired. But yeah, I tell people these kind of things because one, it's really interesting to find out this stuff. Because, and the reason why I bring it up, you get a lot of these fat activists that say it's just food. Food is food. Your body doesn't know the difference. Your body doesn't know the difference. Here's the thing. They have found that people who eat less meat and try to eat more of the vegetables, their body doesn't absorb it as well. And Pluribus, not that kind of Shark Week. Bye, James. Have a safe day. Whatchamacalls it though? Let's see. Let's get someone. We'll start with that. I might have to do these on a different, I don't know. As I was saying though, I'm trying to think how I want to do this. I wonder if I can take it. I know there's a way. Dang it. Well, anyways, as I was saying, a lot of these fat activists, that's why I want to do a video on it. A lot of these fat activists will sit there and say, like, there's no such thing as a bad food. There's no such thing as bad food. All foods are good. Da, 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 da. But they've actually proven with a lot of vegan people that the way they eat, they don't absorb their whatchamacallit. They don't absorb the nutrients properly. They show themselves as being more nutrient deficient. The country that has the most milk consumption per capita per person also have the tallest people, some of the tallest people in the world, along with some of the strongest bones. We sit here and try to say, oh, there's no reason to eat cow milk. Oh, there's no reason to do, but we have evidence over hundreds and even thousands of years to back up why it is good for you. Food is food. Okay, then age is just a number. The FBI is a bunch of letters and the law is just a bunch of words. Right. Like, it's... I understand, in a way, they don't want to be moralized for making weird choices. Eat cow milk. Listen, that is what's called eating cheese. Like, I've heard for years, there's no reason why you should be having cow's milk. We're the only, like, I love skim milk so much. See, I was raised on skim milk. I can't stand the taste of whole fat milk. And everyone looks at me like sideways when I say that. Let's see. Really? Do I have to do it that way? Okay, I do have to do it that way. Well, what the hell? I tried doing it with my stylus and it wouldn't do it. I don't know why it wouldn't do it, but it wouldn't do it. See, I hate any nut milk. Shut up, guys. I hate any of those nut milks because they always register as hyper sweet to me. And I'm not about that life. I am not about that life. All right, does anybody know? Because I went ahead and did this and I wasn't thinking. Starsan, Dumba from Minnesota was last night's hockey game is reported will not get fined for his dangerous headshot. Wow. So Allison, guys, was last night when we were on stream. She was telling everybody about how somebody on this hockey game she was watching, like, he shot a puck right at somebody's head. I'm like, wow, you're a son of a bitch. Apparently, the guy is not going to get in trouble at all. Like, wow. Okay. Loving it. This is old, like, guys. This is old. This is like shit. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted either. That's a little better. What's that top right Karen song? Oh, these are all just my old ones. Not a puck, but it was a dangerous shoulder hit to the hit. Oh, you gotta realize, hon, I only remember that somebody was bleeding last night. Yeah, and exactly after 40. You tell her. Do your damn homework. Okay. So I'm trying to figure this out, doing what I'm trying to do. These are going to be huge files. I hope they're going to let me save. Trying this again. Okay, now I'm going to take this. No. Yes. Hold on. Illustration 1. Take you and you filthy, dirty, rotten, yellow son of a bitch. How do I change that back? And I can't undo it. I don't know what I did. Oh, what did I do? Oh, wait. I think I figured it out. Ha! Okay. One problem solved. All right. Get out of here with that nut milk Karenson problems. Ow. Yes, Greta. Yes. And also, all right, so the reason why I brought this, I want you guys to keep that in mind, because I think I'm going to do a video going back and revisiting this no bad foods bullshit. Do not think. So we're going to exit out of you, exit out of you, exit out of you. All right, now I think I finally figured out what I need to do. I think I finally got it. Got the old situation. And I think I'm managing it, guys. I think I'm having a big brain moment. Oh my god. Meanwhile, Dancing in the Moonlight is playing in my bedroom. That's one thing I hate. I understand why, but I hate that when I am on stream, I just can't play the music that I really like. Because that's what I usually do. When I'm not talking to you guys, I will turn on music, and that's what I will do when I draw. That's all I do is I draw for hours. Tech is having that stroke today, right? Of course it is, because it's me. Why wouldn't it? We couldn't possibly ask for, like, you know, something easy, like to listen to me. Perish the thought. All right, so let's see. Who are we going to work on first? All right, guys. So let's decide. Who do you want me to work on? We're going to have to not that much. Excuse you. I think Karen. They're all Karen, if that's the case. These are all me. The shrug one, because I was trying to decide between which set of 4 we're gonna do. So there's, all right. So this is set 1, set 2, set 3, set 4. So who do we want? Set 1, set 2, set 3, set 4. The 2 votes for 1, 3 votes for 1. 4 votes for 1, 2 votes for 3. 3 votes for 3, 4 votes for 3. Whoa. Oh. 1 vote for 4, but I think 3 is winning, guys. This is 3, by the way. It's too late, Pluribus. Your votes. 3 wins. All right, so now what I gotta do? It's expanded enough. Then I have to line all 4 of these up. No double votes. Exactly. Good try, kids. Let's see. I need to make sure they all fit next to each other so I can do it. Yeah, that works. Okay. Okay. Edit. Copy. Edit. Paste. Let's see. Okay. This may seem like semi stupid, but I promise there's a reason, guys. Okay. There's a method to this madness, I promise. The whole left side could be drama reactions, LOL. I drew these guys, I think in 2019. I drew them a while ago. So they're going to be the basis of what I'm going to draw. But I'm obviously going to update them a little bit. Now... Now I gotta try something because it's saying I'm not allowed to erase, which is stupid. So I'm trying to figure it out now. I feel like I've done something wrong and I don't know what it is. Snap to ruler, snap to special ruler. I'm trying to figure out what that means. Because I feel like that's the problem right there. Is that it? Is it because I have it set as an object? So how do I make it just an image after that? See, that's what I don't know. How do I do that? See, this is why I have a hard time with this digital shit. Okay, well now can I edit it? Nope. I can't draw on it either. So that's even more confusing. Why can't I do that? I'm in a conundrum and I don't know how to get out of it, guys. I wonder, can I do this? So let's make these unable to be seen. No, I can't. I don't understand why I can't do that. You're on your own for this start, right? Like, I'm so lost, guys. This is... It hurts my hand. Like... I don't know how to make it not an object. You guys are supposed to be my smart ones here. What the hell? Storyline, animation, layer. Draw over them with basic shapes. It's in order for me to merge the layer below. Will that help? Let's see. So now if I merge it with the layer below, aha, that did help. Okay, you know what? It's probably taking extra steps, but that's an extra step I'm willing to take. Yes, yes. I accept this. Okay, so we're going to deselect. Oh, we figured it out, guys. Sort of. Smart, yes. Don't do digital art. I figured it out. I did it all on my own. I'm so proud. Anyways, okay, so now that I can think, who here has seen the casting for Lilo and Stitch? Raise your hand, kids, who's seen the new casting. I was just so excited for it because it's not me. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It is not me. I got it, all of these. All of these are stuck as an object, and I couldn't figure out how to fix it. But so you've seen it, right, guys? You seen it? You seen it? Aren't you just so excited? Aren't you just thrilled? Because I'll tell you what, I'm not. She was mad that people were mad. Nani looks more like Merida, and they got rid of Cobra Bubbles. Arguably the best character outside of Stitch in the whole fucking movie, and they got rid of him? Can someone explain this to me? Because I'm at a loss. I'm as excited as a prisoner going to death row. I'm saying, like, who at Disney? Because I thought we were all about inclusion, Disney. So why did you get rid of the only black character in the movie? Like, were they high at the time? Was there some kind of, like, I don't get it. For the movie, hell no. For the actors are good actors, but they are not good for their roles. Disney don't get right. All this, we're about inclusion. Oh, we're about... No, you're not. You erased the only black character in the film and replaced it with some fat lady. Like, half of what was cool about his character was the fact that he's this big, buff, badass black dude, and his name is Bubbles. Look, that makes me so mad. Like, the choices they are making, it just doesn't make any sense to me. It just doesn't make any sense to me, guys. Where is it? Where's the merge? Oh my god, it won't let me do the merge with the layer below. All right, hold on. I'm going to add another layer. Add another layer. Do I have to be on the object portion of it? Yes, I do. That's so stupid. No black people in Hawaii, LOL. No black doctors in Korean War. MASH, get rid of theirs. I bet you Stitch is going to be some rat painted blue. I don't want to see. I don't want to see it. Mind you, Lilo and Stitch is one of my favorite Disney movies, guys. But they're doing stupid shit, and I don't get it. I well and truly don't get it. The options, the decisions they are making don't make any sense to me. Logically, I don't understand it. Like, what are you trying to achieve? What are you trying to prove? You're making your all you're doing is making your customers angry. I'm so done with Disney and not what it used to be. Right. Like, I don't understand what the purpose is. Like, that's my biggest thing. I don't understand what the purpose is. Who are you making happy with this? Because a lot of the kids that grew up watching Lilo and Stitch, like, they're not going to be happy. You're literally eliminating all of the charm of the film. All of it. For no reason. It's either a tax write-off or money laundering. But the thing is, like, I can't. I don't know. They are bastardizing one of their best properties, and they're doing it in, like, the worst fashion. just like the grossest fashion. And I definitely don't understand it. I can't pretend to understand it. I can't pretend. Really? I have to add another layer again. Really? So stupid. This is annoying. Technology is evil. I just personally don't understand what the goal is. And that's my main thing. I don't understand what the goal of all this is. If I could see or understand the goal, then I'd be okay. I can't wait for the live action. I can, because you know what? That's just going to be straight nightmare fuel. They're going to ruin it all. They are going to destroy anything charming about it. Mike and Sully will be a gay couple rather than best friends. Cynthia won't even exist. Why is my eraser not working now? Why is the eraser not working? Oh, that'd be why. Okay. Oh, God. Stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. They're making a Moana live. I don't even want to talk. No. Moana been out for like 2 seconds. The last movie I went and saw with Brandon before he passed away was Moana. Okay? That was in 2018. Like, come on, people. Come on. Disney, what are you fucking doing? What's the point? What is the fucking point? Oh, I can't. I can't. I can't. Mike and Sully would look like actual monsters, which would go against the whole... Right, like... They are not going to do it justice. You have to understand this, guys. There is no need for these live-action remakes on the movies they're choosing. They're only choosing their most popular movies, which makes no sense. Pick the movies that didn't do well, that people are actually asking for. That would be smarter. But no, we're not going to do that. No. That makes far too much sense. We can't have that. Logic, sense, actually listening to our fans. Perish the thought. Yes, Nova, what do you want? Look at Snow White, right? Snow White. Ain't no one talking about that new Snow White that's supposed to come out. And they're like, oh, boo-hoo. White people no longer have a white Snow White. I'm like, literally, her name is Snow White because her skin is white. That's like part of her character. Like, that's literally an integral part of the character itself. Why are you acting like it's stupid that people are annoyed that you fucking it up? Why are you doing this, computer? He's doing it again. Atlantis, Treasure Planet, Black Cauldron, The Sword and the Stone. Bring up the movies that didn't do well. Brother Bear. These movies that nobody remembers, but that were really good. You know what you could do a remake of? This would be great. Chicken Little. Update it. Make it look less like Nightmare Fuel. That'd be great. These same people praising a black Snow White would scream Red Rum if they saw a white Black Panther. They already are seeing the semi-white Nani. And my favorite part of that argument is Nani's a real person. No, she isn't. Like, keep the energy, kids. I may not like the casting, but to the people that were just fine with the Little Mermaid being black, keep the fucking energy, baby cakes. Keep that energy. If you were fine with her being whatchamacallit, if you were fine with Ariel being black, you should be fine with Nani being white. Point blank end period. Keep the fucking energy. Me personally, not happy. Me personally, not a fan. Not in any capacity. However, I kept the energy. Yeah, this girl is half Hawaiian. I feel like, listen, that's good enough for Obama to be black. Hold on 2 seconds, guys. I gotta run to the room really quick. Okay. Took care of that. Like, the whole casting is just... It ain't it for me. Oh, bye, little fox. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I am just annoyed at the laziness of it. And at the inconsistency. Because when they showed Lilo, I was like, well, at least with Lilo and Stitch, there's not going to be any race swapping. Of course, they will stick right to it. That girl better go sit out in the sun for a few days and get her hair dyed, I swear to God. She better bring that Hawaiian side all the way out. Because she doesn't look anything Hawaiian. Are you shocked? A little bit in this case. Because the only consistency we could hope for was representation and wokeness. And they aren't even staying consistent with that. I don't get it. I do not get it. I don't get it. Does not compute, do not understand, do not know why. What? Alright, I think they're all the right size now. So now... Absolutely nothing Disney does shocks me. When they made the Gods of Egypt movie and American libtards cried that the cast was white. Well, here's the best part. They're doing a lot of genetic study on mummies right now. And a lot of them are European, guys. Like, a lot of them. Like Cleopatra. She was Greek! Hello, Derp. Like... She's fucking Greek! But, you know, why not? All right. There we go. Now they are all one layer. Ay, Marron, I wasn't getting off the stream, sir. I just was saying, there you go. Now, had quite a nice asp. A lot of Egyptians were mixed race, but they made Cleopatra black, right? And the thing is, they don't see the irony in it. Instead, they see that as that's completely fine and normal, because to them, the only to them, Jesus is black. No, Jesus was Hebrew. He's Middle Eastern. Just like, you know, it's just stuff like that where they rearrange the rules to suit their wokeness, but they claim that only white people do that. And it bothers me greatly. Why it bothers me is just that you have to keep it consistent, guys. You really do. Don't like that. Whoop. Is it quite on my... No, sorry. I was concentrating, guys. See, that's one of the reasons why it's very hard for me to do artwork on digital while on stream. Because I have to concentrate because I'm not used to digital artwork. And I said it before, so I have a hard time sometimes talking and drawing at the same time. Now, let me ask you guys a question, changing subject, but staying somewhat in the same vein. What is your opinion about the Mr. Beast and Chris issue? Because I think I have a different take than a lot of people. I can't walk and chew gum either. Listen, I hate walking and talking. I hate it. It literally throws my brain off so hard. So what even happened? Well, Chaco, your assignment better be done. I'm neutral. Both sides are wrong. In my opinion, I think, and Blair made a video on it today, which I thought was very insightful. She said the moment that you become a parent and a spouse, always trying to be different. Don't call me out like that, quiet Chris. The moment you become a parent, it no longer is about you. Which I agree. You are a parent now. That child is your responsibility. So it doesn't matter if you don't feel like you're not right in your own skin. Your responsibility is to raise that child in a happy and loving home. When you put your gender identity above your child's sorry, I'm having a moment. If you put your gender identity above raising your child, that's wrong. Blair is 100% right there. What I think everyone has wrong about is two things. One, everyone's going off about those two tweets that he did. One about, nothing gets a knob going like a lowly, and the other one saying, well, she was really hot for a 4-year-old. Everyone's blowing up about those tweets, but nobody's saying how they're in response to other tweets. So there is context. And considering if you look at the rest of his tweets, where he was making fun of trans people, where he was making fun of the left, where he was making fun of the woke mob, it stands to reason he was being an edgelord. But nobody screenshot the tweets he was responding to. One of them, he responds to Keemstar. What was Keemstar posting that he said about the 4-year-old for a reason? It sounds like a smart-ass comment. He was responding to his own tweet about the lowly shit. It sounds like he was making a comment about lowlies in a negative manner and was just trying to be an edgelord about it. No one's talking about this. So, yeah, right. Keemstar shared something and Chris responded with, well, she was really hot for a 4-year-old. Which, as someone who talks like a smartass, I have said similar shit just because I think it's a funny reaction. Like, it could be something about a leap year. It could be about anime. There could be a billion things that it was said, and he could be being a smartass about it. I'm out of here. Just wanted to peek in and say hi. Sorry I was late and couldn't stay on. That's okay, Dirt. And the thing is, like, I understand it's a whatchamacallit. It's an extreme thing to say, but what I'm getting really upset about is that people are narrowing in on this without any context. I agree that it's gross that he went and bought high heels for his 3-year-old. I agree. But if we're gonna get upset, can we get upset about the actual right things? And the other thing that I'm really annoyed about, genuinely annoyed about, is the people that want Mr. Beast to just no longer be friends with him. That blows my mind. And here's why. All right, so the biggest reason they all want Mr. Beast to stop being friends with him is because of the kids. What message do you send to your kids about loyalty and friendship and about actual understanding if the moment your friend changes in any way, instead of you helping them, maybe trying to fix them through it, you just dump them for financial gain? Whether you agree with him or not, that's a bad message to send to kids. That's a shit take. That's not how friendship works. Exactly. Look, do I agree that shouldn't be something that kids see? Yeah, I agree. Chris should be doing his transition away. Like, I agree. Especially if they start promoting the ideology. Because what made Mr. Beast so popular and what will kill him, as it has killed everyone else, if you start making it about any ideology, sir, you are going to lose your platform. I agree, tenfold. But to tell him to stop being friends with somebody, I don't know. That's gross to me. That's really gross. It just really is to me. I don't understand it. I can't get behind it. It's not how friendship works. That's just it. I don't know. Faculty own Mr. Beast. Right. And this is the thing, like, it's really weird to me that this comes on the cusp of all this drama about Mr. Beast. Has anyone noticed that this is right after they really went after him for being the evil billionaire? Oh, it's another evil corporate whatever the hell they said. Whatever they said he was. Or did he and their mom agree to it? We don't know. A lot of it is left in the dark, and Chris has turned off a lot of his social media. So that's the thing, like, there's a lot, again, context. There's a lot of context that we don't have. So fine. We don't know much. We really just don't know much. And that's the biggest problem of all. We just don't know much. We don't have the info to make an opinion, right? People need to shut the right, because we don't know. As far as I know, they're divorced, but that hasn't really been confirmed. We don't know if they amicably were already, because everyone's like, oh, well, he ended the marriage. Okay, but we don't know if that's why he ended the marriage. Maybe they were already having issues. Some people are saying that he got paid money to do it. There's a 4chan post. Melanie Mack covered it. Supposedly, Chris got paid to do this by either Mr. Beast or their parent company, which apparently Mr. Beast is represented by a talent agency that is owned by Disney. Like, there's this whole secret cabal thing that everyone's trying to say, and I don't know how much I buy into that. Is my phone dying? Just saw a little thing. No, it is not. Okay. Thought it was. But I'm just... I don't know, guys. I don't know. I feel for his kid because losing a father. If fortune is sourced, you're going to get a side eye from me. Exactly. That's why she said, take it with a grain of salt. Which I'm glad she did. Because I'm taking it with every grain of salt. Now, that's not to say that it couldn't be true. I mean, just because it's 4chan doesn't mean that it couldn't be true. However, it is 4chan. So, the chances of it not being true are higher than of it being true. And so it's just, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I guess for me, what's just really frustrating is just this whole, you must stop being friends with him now. Oh, think of the children. Number one, to begin with, I didn't ask you to do that. Why did you do that? To begin with, I don't think little kids should be watching Mr. Beast. I just don't, because I've watched some of Mr. Beast's videos, and while they're not, like, super high adult, I don't think they're entirely kid-friendly. I think there's shit that is said and done in the videos that little kids shouldn't be hearing or seeing. Happy birthday, Esteban! I don't watch Mr. Beast stuff, so I don't know what's going on. Last I heard, Twitter was ringing and him fixing that. Exactly, that's my point. So he healed 1,000 people, like, not like Jesus style. He went and paid for operations, and then he did another thing where he donated a bunch of stuff, and people got mad at that too. So it's like, it's very odd to me that somebody who was very much a, how do I put it? He was somebody everyone liked. Like, the definition of unproblematic. I don't think little kids should be on the internet, period. Agreed. Agreed, Marianne. I honestly feel that we should stop allowing children under 14 on the internet. Point blank, period. Parents can get mad at me all they want. I hate that little kids are on the internet. I think it's terrible for them. I think that they don't understand what discourse is. I had somebody, if you guys have been following me for a while, you remember about 4 months ago, this woman came on and started coming onto all my videos saying that I was bullying her child on TikTok. This was during the TikTok drama where I got doxxed and everything. And I thought she was talking about the girl who tried to dox me, who was definitely not a child. She was in her 20s. And she's like, my daughter's 16. And I'm like, okay, well, where did she interact with me? I saw your comments on TikTok. Excuse the fuck out of you. Why is your 16-year-old on TikTok then? If you don't want your 16-year-old getting in fights with people on the internet and having her feelings hurt when someone tells her the truth, why is she on the internet? Because I'm not going to do the due diligence of checking every fucking profile that comments on me a shitty comment. No, my hands are rated E for everyone. We are equal opportunity. You come to my page, you say something stupid, I'm going to say something back. If you don't like it and it hurts your fifis, get the fuck out. What a scummy person. How can someone help another person? Right. I keep hearing about Mr. Beast and I still have no idea who he is. He's a very rich and famous YouTuber. It's the Wild West, literally. The worst creeps hang out and where they think little kids are. Right. They should not be online without supervision. Mine is 14 and she still has to tell me what she's doing. See, at this point, as someone who at 12 and 14 years old, I had parents who were in the age of helping develop the internet. And I was able to get away with shit, even with my family. See, we didn't have a personal computer. We had the family computer. I was in the middle of the kitchen. My mom and dad were cooking behind me, and I was still doing shit I wasn't supposed to be doing. Equal rights, equal fights, right. I don't think, because kids are sneaky. And parents, I know, because my parents did it with me, because I was a trustworthy kid, and even I abused it, and I was a goody two-shoes. I was sending photos to some 28-year-old in England when I was 15. I'm an adult, and my mom still asks what I look at and what. Right. Funny how there are no pedos manning remote fire lookout towers. Right. Like, guys. And so that's when everyone's like, oh my god, the children, think of the children, Mr. Beast. Okay, why are the children even watching Mr. Beast? Because all the guys from Mr. Beast are young shitlords. They're typical young guys. And when I listen to them talk, they sound like typical young guys. But these are not kids that I would want talking like that around little kids. I don't know. When I was 12ish, we had the internet, but not enough to totally get up to... Oh, no, let me tell you something. I don't know how much older you are than me, Mariette. I'm 36 this year. And I will tell you right now, there was definitely enough internet for me to get into shenanigans. Because I got into shenanigans. YouTube wasn't even a thing till my later... Right, it wasn't for me either. YouTube didn't exist till 2006. And I made my YouTube account, this account, I made only a couple of months after YouTube became even into existence. Mine's not doing that. I'll get a timeline of what she's doing, websites, even chats if I want them, but she tells me if even one thing is off. So you did all that bringing in an old picture just to draw outside the lines? Yeah, because I use it as a basis. It helps me because I'm not used to doing a brand new drawing on the computer. I watched Smosh as a kid. Yeah, Smosh was fine, but I don't think it was a little kid's thing. I don't feel Smosh was okay for little kids. And this is somebody who watched Smosh. I don't think Smosh was okay for little kids. I got plenty of shenanigans on the internet, and that was the early 90s. Right, it depends on how sneaky you are, and back then I was sneaky. I liked to lie a lot when I was a little kid. Because I was so afraid of getting caught and getting in trouble. You're my ageist. We mostly crank called truckers with my sister. Oh, no, I wouldn't because I was afraid the truckers would find me. Because I lived on a main road. If you're wondering why I'm silent, I'm making that mouth right now so I can draw it right. That's why Mrs. Robinson, when I was 23 and was 36, I'm old. Yeah, I don't know how old I seem to everybody. I say my age enough, but a lot of folks sometimes get very surprised when I say I'm 36. Some folks think I'm older. Some folks think I'm supposed to be younger. I don't know. That doesn't look good either, but I can erase a little bit of it. They sounded more confused than Madam 37 now. Yes, by the way, again, happy birthday, Esteban. I like quite a bit, too, to stay out of school because of students there. See, no, I didn't do that. I refused. And I'm not shaming anyone for it, but I did not like anybody controlling how I felt about a situation. So I didn't care if I got bullied at school because it happened either way. I went in. Because the thing is, I had teachers that bullied me too. Nobody liked me. No, that's ugly. She was sick one day, but today was a mental health day. Mine is at least home the last 2 days. Oh, dang. Always 29 in drag, though. I have a 5-year-old. I give her a 5-year that she can use whenever she doesn't have an assignment due or a test. A 5-year? I don't get what that means. Middle school every day turned into butt munches overnight. Treat yourself. Yes, please treat yourself today, Esteban. allowed her to skip classes 5 days. Oh, okay, out of the year. Okay. I was so confused at your time. I'm like, 5? What? Huh? Mom wouldn't let me stay home from school unless I was bleeding. My mom and dad, I couldn't. The problem was, like, even if I wanted to, I couldn't stay home because they weren't home. My mom and dad worked a lot. And so if I stayed home, there was nowhere for me to stay. Because my mom and dad would be at work. So the problem is my grandmother wouldn't watch us. There was nobody. My mom and dad didn't let just random people watch us. It was either my mom and dad or nobody. So to begin with, my mom would be like, no, you're going to school. I had to be sick to be like, no, you're not going to school today. But even then, I would rarely ask not to go to school because I didn't want to miss anything. So I'm the kind of person where I'm like, well, what if today something amazing happens and I miss it because I was out of school? I don't know, like, I just, even when I was miserable at school, Alright, let's see how that looks. Yeah, latchkey kid wasn't a term yet. It's kind of better when we realize that kids are humans and not robots, and sometimes you just need a day to stay in your PJs and read a book. See, I don't know. Even as a kid, I was like, that's what Saturdays are for. It's like, all right, so my friend who is also my boss, her son has to come down and help at the restaurant. You know, part of his thing. And he does it because he wants the tips. He wants to make money. Well, yesterday, he's down there helping, and he would ignore his table. There wasn't a lot of people. He was ignoring his tables, and instead what he was doing was he was on his phone, head down on the sales floor. He's 12 years old, head down on the table watching his phone. The bell rings for him to bring food out to the customers that he wants to give him tips. He wouldn't acknowledge it. Finally, me and my coworker, we said, give us the phone. Give us the phone. And he didn't like it. But the thing is, sometimes you got to do things you don't like because that's how adulthood is. And I do think that prepares kids for adulthood. Now, that doesn't mean a kid shouldn't get a day off. But I think to shirk responsibilities, that's where we'll have to disagree. I don't think it's okay to teach kids that's all right. She has to go to some school some Saturdays too. You are in a different country. That's true. The only time I didn't go to class was in college. That's how very little I got sick. Right. Because the thing is, even in school, you had chances to have a break. Now, I don't know if they don't do recess anymore. I've heard something about that. Someone said they don't do recess anymore. Which is just stupid. I didn't get perfect attendance, but I got close. I was one of the few kids that would actually show up to school all the time. She's not shirking anything. All assignments have to be done. That can be an assignment due for a test. But that day she has a high stressor at a high stress private school. Maybe. I'm seeing it as you got to go in either way. Like, I understand, and Moon was saying it earlier. You know, I understand if kids are bullying you to the point where it's dangerous. I get that. For me, it just, I don't know. I just didn't like anyone thinking I was afraid. I always hated that feeling. if someone knew I got to them. That's because my brother was a bit of a bully as a kid to me. And so I always knew if he got a reaction out of me, it made him happier. And so I try not to give him that reaction. And so I did that same exact mentality towards whatchamacallit. I did that same exact mentality towards Oh, sure, Moon. Hold on. Give me a second, honey. Moon sent me a message to ask if she wanted to join the stream, which would be helpful so that way I don't have to talk all on my own because I'm trying to concentrate on this artwork and I'm failing. Attendance isn't really something they worry about too much here, just the work being done, which is fine if the work is being done, but for me, like, especially if the kid is, if the kid is just staying home from school and just not doing anything that day, that's a big one. Moon, are you still on Discord? Let me see. I sent the invite on there. Oh, it comes up in red, so I think that's a no. Hold on. I should be able to send that on Instagram. Let me find out. Let me see. Okay, my Instagram is still up. Okay, good. Paste. There we go. Shitlord the school, snot-nosed kids, right? I did skip school sometimes, but not up to the point where I failed any of my classes. I just never did. I skipped so much school. Ah, that's where it comes from. Naughty! Naughty lady! Naughty, naughty! What time is it? It's only 1:18? Really? When I sent the link, it showed up in red, so I don't know if it went to you, so I sent it on Instagram just in case. You sent me a DM on Twitter? I definitely never got it. Oh, let's see. Well, while Moon's getting herself set up, thus the rules. I didn't fail anything. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now let's see. Oh, it would help if I finished the shirt. That would help. Let's see. I was extremely bullied and bored out of my mind. I could have taught my classes, to be honest, but Chicago school sucks. Well, yeah, it is Chicago. It is Chicago. Alright, on to the next one. Oh, good golly, Miss Molly. Oh, it's one of those weeks, guys. It is one of those weeks. We had to share history textbooks. See, I'm very lucky in that sense. I didn't have to share with people. I hated group projects because no one else was good. That's the one time where I was like, damn, you're all stupid. Like, why can't any of you just do your work? It would get me so annoyed. Yeah, that was bad. That teacher still uses one of my exams as an example of what not allowed. That's funny. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Hated them because I hated trying to talk to people I don't know. It wasn't even that. It's just the thing is, most people didn't like me to begin with. And they weren't allowed to come over to my house because my mom and dad didn't like kids coming over they didn't know. And because the house was a mess, because we lived in a really, crappy house. And so I'd always have to go over somebody else's house. Ugh, too big. That's the problem doing that eyes first instead of the face. That's too low anyway. Why did I even draw it? Foolish. See. I hated group projects because whenever I was only one doing them, whenever I was group with other people, they just watched and listened as I did the work. Group project sucks in general. Kind of like the Betty Boop vibes I'm getting from your drawing. Thank you. These were done a while ago, and I love them. The eyes, everyone said they were really creepy, which is one of the reasons why I stopped using the super big eyes. Because everyone said they were really creepy to them, so I was like, well, last thing I want is to be off-putting. Betty Blob. Thanks. I resemble that Betty Blob. Wait, let's... There we go. Coffee is here. Talk to you later. I have not had my coffee today. I will tell you guys, I'm exhausted today. Let me tell you something. Yeah, girl, she ain't feeling it. It's one of them days. Here we go. Work is catching up to me, but also the heat, because I just don't do well in the summertime, guys. And it's starting to get hot out. Like, that's really killing me, is that it's starting to get hot out. I identify as a vampire for 6 months of the year in Texas. Ugh, I hate it. We are sitting in the 40s in the sun. I'm assuming that's hot there, but still. I will die if exposed to the sunlight, right? Didn't think you'd do well anywhere, right? I'm too different for the world. I'm too different. I'm too unique. I definitely don't miss the heat. I'm not excited for it to come back, that's without a doubt. The warmth, the sunshine, bleh. No, she lives in Denmark. There we go. If it gets to the 50s, if my husband starts complaining it's too hot. Oh, you mean the 40s in actual, like, Fahrenheit? Why are you complaining? The 40s are amazing. I would kill for that right now. Instead, it's gonna be in the 80s this week. I prefer more spring weather than that nice spot where the sun is hot, but the wind is cool. I like spring weather, but I like 50s to 60s. See, Myriad and I were in the same boat. I'm happy if I'm in the 50s or 60s. Nice cool breeze, little chill in the air. But it's also why I like fall better anyway. Oh, there's Moon. There she is. Welcome, darling.
Hello, how's everyone?
Well, I'm doing all right. My limit is 90s. No, no, my limit is 70s. What, Ryan? Boy, I know you're not gonna jump up and try to disrupt my shit. Back up. Whew. Let's see. Don't like it. So, Moon, what's going on with you?
Not much is going on today. I just finished eating some lunch. I like that conversation about the schools and such. I didn't. When you tell me something new about you again, it's interesting. Like how you deal with the kids at school. I mean, like, I wish I had that confidence at that young age. I had very low self esteem, and I still struggle with that. It's crazy.
Oh, I had low self esteem. That's the thing. Like it. What taught me a lot of stuff was the fact that I realized no matter what I did, everyone still treated me terribly. And so when I started realizing that, I stopped caring because I was like, and that was the thing. Like I was getting bullied just for existing in front of them. So I was like, well, okay, then I'm going to exist because clearly it pisses you off. So I might as well piss you off. If you're going to treat me like shit, I might as well make it worth my time.
That's pretty interesting. Well, how are you today?
Oh, tired. But other than that, I'm all right. I think it's just a change. Like, you like the heat, if I recall. You're a demon too, just like the rest of these people over here.
Well,
Like,
I didn't say I like the heat. I just don't like being too cold or too hot. I like a good even temperature.
there is no such thing as an even temperature if it's above 70. At that point, it's the devil's numbers.
Yeah, but you know what's weird about where I live? It
What?
sometimes one day it can be extremely hot and the next day it can just get pretty cold. It's really cold today. Not really cold, it's definitely cold enough for me to wear a hoodie and
Mm-hmm.
some thick pants because it's pretty chilly today and windy.
Oh,
And
yeah, I
last week,
definitely
yeah.
understand that.
Yeah, and last week it was in the 80s and now it's like in the 50s.
Oh, yeah, that was happening here too. Because last week it was in the 80s, and now it's let's see if I can do. No, it's still. That's not high enough. See, this is something where normally, guys, I get to do this all on my own. Shit frustrates me. You know what? Your bitch ass gonna sit behind me for a little bit. We're moving up to the next one. You're making me angry. It's making me pissed.
Yeah, yeah, I get it. Digital art can definitely be problematic, depending on how the tablet works too. Sometimes
For me, it's just I don't like redoing stuff, but I already did these, but they are in a very different style from how I draw now.
I can see the big eyes are definitely giveaway.
Also notice the hands and the fact that my head was bigger, but I made everything else like technically you could take this head and make it smaller, a, a little bit smaller, and it would be similar to what I draw now, and take the eyes and bring them in.
Hmm, I see.
Swamp crotch and ass kicked in the 90s. Blech. Blech. It's true though. You
Yeah,
don't even have AC. Ugh. Oh, it's terrible. See, yeah, the only thing I like about this time of year is the thunderstorms. There's a lot of them.
I like
Yes.
rainy days too. I like it feels like it's nighttime but in the daytime.
For me, I like it because it brings just this color to the entire area that
Yeah, that too. I like the gray colors.
mm,
So, when you draw on the digital tablet, does it feel more natural or you're still getting used to it?
No, I hate it. Honestly, I hate it. It feels I feel very disconnected, which is why I have such a hard time with the lines, and it's why I have a hard time drawing on it. I don't feel like look at this.
Hmm. Really?
That
Well,
is very disconnected
hmm.
from so all of these I did whatchamacalls it. I drew them out. If you look here, I drew them out on paper and then I just traced it because I could get a feel for the emotions. I
Hmm.
technically did that here, but I'm redoing the emotions and it's not transferring properly.
I
It looks
understand.
like two different styles in the worst way possible. They don't match up.
Yeah, I get it. I'm kind of perfectionist when I do that too. I mean, I don't scan them. I just look at my drawing pad and I just try to get the same sketch on the layer. But you trust me, you'll get used to it if you do this long enough. Trust me, I was so disconnected with digital art because it was so foreign to me.
It's not even just that. It's the problem with it is like I don't feel this is gonna sound so stupid. The soul connection, like so I forgot who I was talking to. It was somebody at one of the ladies' events. I so even though I will take notes with my phone and I'll write stuff down that's important, there's many times that I'm taking notes for events or catering. I prefer to write it down, even though I hate writing, because I like to have that concrete connection to the paper. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I do know that now I have to get something set up because I don't think I can do these like I wanted to, which is annoying. But I think I'm gonna switch to traditional paper for the rest of the day.
If you want to,
Oh,
I like your traditional stuff.
oh, this is so frustrating. Okay, give me a second, guys. I gotta get this set up. I'll keep. You know what? Hold on, let me. That way you can see what I'm doing. See what we went through. What, Orion? What do you want? What do you want, sir? Oh, and I gotta get a thing soon because Mermay is only a few weeks away, and I have got to get that started. What, Orion? What is it?
I almost forgot about Mermaid.
It's coming up.
Mm,
It's right around that darn corner.
good. Oh, that's good. I'll get to see more art on your Instagram.
Oh yes, because I whatchamacalls it. I oh gosh, I can talk, I swear. You can always tell the more tired I get, the harder I have focusing on stuff.
That's fair. I when I'm tired, I forget stuff.
Oh, I'm gonna have this one out because we can look through. This is. I'll get all these up and we'll get this done in a second. Let me move this aside. I gotta turn you off. Unplug you. Yes, I know. What, Orion? What, sir? You need to back up. Thank you, please. Please and thank you. Stop being a brat. Back up, kind sir.
How's your cats doing?
Well, as you know from last night, so Penny has been hurting herself again, guys. Yay. Super excited about that. And she's been starving herself. So Matthew and I now twice a day have to trap her because she dug a hole in the couch and burrowed into the couch and has been hiding in there and doing all of her business in there when she so feels like doing any business. And it's great. We love it. We totally love having this happen.
Oh,
And say it again.
Oh, I was like, your poor couch. It's
Oh yeah,
that's gonna ruin it.
it's ruined for sure. The thing is, it's a couch, and I value her more than I value the couch. To begin with, it was given to me as somebody that stopped talking to me, and it was free, and it's not that nice of a couch. So um, all those reasons are why it's apropos this couch gets destroyed as well. I definitely need to get her some kind of anxiety medicine at some point. I would toss the couch out the window. I plan on it. For now, I'm going to rug wash it. It's all on the inside of it. We don't sit on it. We don't use that couch at all. And so I plan on getting rid of it. For now, it is a means to an end. I have a rug washer. I'm going to get over here. Stop screen sharing. Now we're going to turn on the camera. There we go. And so now I can turn off YouTube on my phone. There we go. Okay. Perfect. There's that. Give the neighbors something to talk about as you light it up, right? Well, let's see. All right. So this is one of my newer ones, you guys. I've seen this one a lot. Also, my newer ones. This one can go over here.
Ooh, a new book?
Huh?
A new book you got?
Well, no, these are all technically you guys have seen most of these. I'm just trying to see. So this is the one that when I first started doing attempting to do YouTube, this was the first one I had. And this is when I first started trying to do the watercolor pens. I've got to, before I flip, I need to make sure, because I drew a lot of stuff. BRB a minute. I hope nothing happens, because I think Choco went away and needed the bathroom. So I had just started getting into markers. And this is when I first got a set of Cali art markers and Ohuhu markers.
Ooh, I love the shading.
Well, this is my favorite thing to do for the longest time, is just draw eyes. I drew these in 2019, right before Mom passed away. And let's see. So my OG followers might recognize this and this.
Ooh,
and
look at that.
So if you're on my Patreon at all, if you've been following me for a long time, you'll recognize these sprites. This was one of the first commissions I did. It's for my friend and her husband.
Oh, nice.
Let's see. This was Ohuhu watercolor markers. This is one of the second commissions I did. I can tell you right now, meanwhile, it looks nice. She looks nothing like that.
What?
The little girl looks nothing like that. But this is a while ago. These are all commissions. This was a draw this in your style. This was a favor for a friend. It never took off. Another commission. Same friend. He never wanted to pay me for any of them. I drew this right after Mom passed away. It was a drawing for... These are all on my Instagram. If you look, you can find them. So this was more when I used colored liners for my art. And I still do it sometimes. I have them all over there. I was trying to draw the same girl in a different style. I drew, again, because my mom loved tulips. And this was back when I was just drawing to draw. Just to get something out. Let's see. These, I'm still pretty proud of. Again, you guys might recognize them. I've utilized them in a couple different places. But I'm very proud of these. I drew these a long time ago. This is Diablo and Angel, just some random drawing. Again, these are things that if you guys pay attention or if you've been around for a while, you might recognize these. And then these are the sprites that we just got through attempting to finish. And then this was my profile picture for a long time. It's me and all the animals. Do I have anything else in this drawing pack? Oh, yeah. I'm still pretty proud of this one to this day.
The details.
That's one. Oh, that's a bad one. Oh, that's a bad one. Those are not YouTube friendly. Yep.
Yay. Probably turn the page.
That's why I was like, I'm checking. Oh, and I told you guys last week how I'd find that picture of Guy.
Ooh,
proudest pictures of him, but look at the other page. The page behind it.
It bled through?
This is what happens when you use Arteza markers. So this is what Arteza did. Like, this was not as brown. It shows up on my screen as very golden, but in person, it's very brown. And I'm going to see if I can pull up the original for comparison. Hold on. I'm going to go onto my Instagram and go back. Come on, computer. Oh my god, the rooster's outside. Oh, the rooster is outside.
Someone's rooster?
So my neighbor across the street has this rooster. And he's got about 3 or 4 hens. And although right now I only see 2 of them pretty often. And they just had a clutch of chicks. Now, there was a rooster who used to stand on my doorstep and my front porch. And he would imitate my alarm because one of my main alarms is a rooster song. And it starts with the rooster crowing, and it's pretty loud. And he would sit there at my doorway and would start crowing at my phone because he would hear it through the house. And I'm like, you son of a bitch, go away. I haven't seen him. There was 2 roosters for a while. Now there's only 1. I'm pretty sure one of the neighborhood dogs took him out. Because I don't see him no more. And then there was also... the other day, guys, I'm standing at my sink, minding my own business. This giant husky comes bounding through my yard. Out of nowhere. Okay, let's see how I share this. Let's see. So share screen. Microsoft tab. Share. So this is the original one. Let's see if I can pin it up. So that's the original, and this is now. And you can see his eye. The blue is wicked faded. The gold has turned all to brown. A lot of the shading in his skin is just gone. Like the warmth, it's all very just brown now. And look, all this shading I had on him is now just turned to brown splotches. But if you look on the original, you can see it was shading. And now it's just splotches. So it's very disappointing. It's very disappointing for me. For that kind of thing, because Arteza is supposed to come out as like this, like very affordable, high-end marker, and they market themselves as such. And their most recent one, where they came out with the flex tip markers, they were charging like $800 for a set, whereas my Ohuhus only cost me $200. And that's the thing, Raven. This deteriorated, so I only drew this in 2019, and I colored it in 2020. Maybe actually 2019. Here's my issue. This should not have deteriorated this quickly. Like, it shouldn't have. That is not how it should have been. Like, the Ohuhus in the other one I showed you guys. Okay? This is a much cheaper marker set. This is the Cali art. These are cheaper markers. These have not changed an ounce since the day I did it. The skin color hasn't faded. The yellow color hasn't faded. The blue is still the same vibrancy. But this one, the blue faded, the skin faded, the hair faded. Like, I know it's still a good piece, but I mean, in comparison, look at the original to now. It's just not the same.
Were those markers you used, were they expensive?
So the Arteza, when I got them, they were more expensive than the Ohuhu and the Cali art. Cali art was only $50 for 100 markers. Maybe even less than that. And Ohuhu was a little cheaper. I think it was like $30 for 50 markers, something like that. Very affordable prices. Whereas my Arteza was $100 or $150. Now, I did get more markers in it, and it came with a nice carrying kit. But I've gone and I've bought more Arteza. I bought more Ohuhu sets. I still have that same Arteza set. I have not updated it. The only thing I did was I got their grayscale and their skin tones because I wanted more skin tone and it was a good offer. Bye, Rachel. But it's just disappointing. For me, that's disappointing. And I think, because I did do a marker review back then, but this is what stopped me from buying more. And I'll show you actually on another picture. I think it might be in this drawing pad. It's not in this one. It's either in this one or the one on the bottom of it. Let me see. It might be in this one. Yep, it is. Look at that. That's a perfect shadow of Diablo. I had to put paper in between it, and you can see the yellowing. So this is 2 sets of markers, okay? Some of the tan up here is Ohuhu. All the yellowing is Arteza. And then, like, what's so annoying here, right? Look. Thank God this paper is thick. Thank God. Because this is Azrael, right? So Azrael, again, you can see which marker was the Arteza marker. Because what was a normal shading before has now bled out, splotched out, and it stained. This was before I got the paper to hold it in. I'm back like the plague. Work starting soon. Hello. Exactly after 40. You tell her. You tell her. Let me see. Oh yeah, that's inappropriate. I can't show that one. These I'm very proud of. I want to do more of them. This is when I redesigned a lot of my characters. I was very proud of these redesigns when I did them. And look, you can even see that's a black from Arteza. And oh, thank you, James. But that's the black and the. There you go. I used only a little bit of red. Like, I see the fade in this colors now that I pay attention to it. Right. And look, this is Angel. Okay. Are you ready for the difference? Are you ready? Because this one is insane how different it is. Again, these are Artezas. Okay. Are you ready for the insane difference in these pictures? Hold on, let me get it up. The difference is frustratingly insane. That's how it originally looked. That's how I originally did this picture. Okay? Look at it now.
Oh my gosh. It looks like almost the coloring is gone.
It's almost completely gone. Hey, Pink Dolphin Milk.
That is weird. I didn't think, when I use stuff like gel pens, they don't usually fade. They dry quickly for me. But when it comes to these expensive products, they should last longer, or at least maybe never fade, because you probably pay an arm and a leg for those things, right?
At the time, for me, it was. This is only 2020, Pink Dolphin Milk. Right, after 40. After 40 put it perfectly. Look at this. It looks like I have kept this in a book. I've kept it in a book, untouched by light, except for when I've done a couple of quick scans. And she put it perfectly. It looks like I left it in the sun for years. Only Artezas do this. Ohuhus don't do this. Again, I go back to it. This was in 2020. This is a Cali art, 2019. This is literally, these are like 5 times the price of these markers. 5 times the price. I've got art from middle school. Right. Ohuhus. Cali art. Ohuhus. Cali art. Arteza. Like, and you know what Arteza also does that really pisses me off? They love to promote that they're women-owned. Maybe you should focus less on your minority and more on quality. Like, it's insane. And I worked really hard on these busts, and now Aviana didn't fade. That's because the pink, thank God, I used gray. Again, ohuhu. So, like, but this, Arteza, this used to be all blue. Now it's all green. Texas sun at that. Whoop, nope. This one, Arteza, look at how crazy those lips look. They leech your soul and your wallet, right? That's not even a UV issue. That's just bad inks. Exactly. Like, I was so disappointed. You guys don't even understand. You don't even understand. It's just tragic. And then these are the pictures that, again, I'm so glad I waited. I'm so glad that I waited to color these. So I drew these in 2021. This is back when I was still primarily somewhat using my Artezas. Imagine with how vibrantly I colored these. Imagine if I had used the Arteza. It's like my Copics, I had to toss them because the tips started getting to mold. I didn't even want to bother trying to fix them. Right. Yes, that's how you spell it, guys. I'm not even willing to give them another chance. I'm not even willing to give them another chance because I can't afford it. Like, I can't afford to go and spend $150 on another set of Artezas only to find out they have the exact same issue over time. I'm surprised I haven't had more people talk about this. Probably because Arteza funds them. a lot of the people that get Arteza products get them for free, or they get paid by Arteza, so they're not going to talk about it. Now, I will say this, they had great customer service at the time, but it's not worth it if when I do something, the end result is going to be destroying my other pieces nearby, or my piece just fading to oblivion. I might do a review now that I'm getting a little bigger. I might just do that. I don't know. Let's see. This one's reasonably new. And it's still got a lot of empty pages in it. I might draw on this one. This is when I'm contemplating not doing commissions at all, guys. But I worked very hard to make commission demonstrations. I was so proud of me with these demos. I have the evidence, right? Make a review. I'm thinking of it because, frankly, nothing is more disappointing than just. And the thing is, I gaslit myself. I really did. I gaslit myself. I was like, well, maybe I did something wrong. Maybe I used the wrong markers. Like, I kept telling myself, it's got to be something. By the way, guys, you want to see one of my proudest pictures? This is something I'm like one of the things I'm most proud of.
And you said you couldn't draw monsters. Come on.
This was before. This was after. So I used to not be able to. I forced myself to draw them. I'm pretty proud of this fleshling. He took me forever, especially that purple lining. Oh my god. I wanted to cry at the end. I couldn't see straight.
I could make a good print for Halloween.
Well, these were all Halloween. So this was right around the time I was working for Gothics. Okay. So you guys might recognize these. Starsan's a liar. I'm not a liar! And I did these, so you guys might recognize some of these. These are my 2021 Halloween images. We were actually gripped at in our school if we didn't use the archive quality stuff right. You can, yeah, I can now. I love this witch. I hate that her cat fades out. I'm actually really proud of this cat. She looks terrible. Like on screen, I'm looking at right here. You can't see any of her details, but I'm very proud of her. This was the first monster I drew. I didn't finish him because he looked terrible. I forced myself that year, since I had the time, to really get into monster art. And I really pushed myself, and I'm very proud of it. But, let's see. This is art. Still hasn't been done. As per usual. This is when Rihanna think while it's still legal. I like that she did that, so I drew that. This I still have not inked. I drew this ages ago. Going on 2 years ago, I drew this. And I still haven't inked him. I want it to be Halloween now. Agreed. Yeah, you just omit the truth. Definitely not lie. That's why I have 4 sets of pastel pencils, because I pulled out all the not light fast ones. Right. It's just so annoying. I'm very upset about things like that because, see, again, this is what happens when you use Ohuhu. 2021, still bright and vibrant. It's just very frustrating. It's very frustrating when you have these sets of marker and they come out like, especially their price, because their claim to fame was they were affordable. Well, then if you come out with this just hyper expensive set after everyone's been begging for you to make a affordable set, a certain kind of brush, and you come out with a slap to the face price tag on top of everything, you're just kind of a dick. Just my opinion. See, I have to be in the mood to make a monster. If I'm not in the mood to be creepy, it's just going to be stupid looking. I think we're just going to draw. It is saddening when you put effort into something and then the medium you made it with fails you. Right. Especially when at first it feels like it didn't fail you. That's what makes it even worse to me, is that it felt like, oh, this is so successful. This looks so perfect. And then I come back later and I'm like, what in the fuck happened? What happened here? What is this? It's ridiculous. It is. You stay over there, PlayStation Remote. You stay right there. It's just ridiculous. I totally understand your feeling, right? So let's see. Let's just draw. Moon, what do you feel like drawing today?
Today I feel like I guess I wanted to get a sketch done for a commission I got recently. So I'm thinking of getting it done, and then I'll make the digital one, and I'll see if the person likes that, and then I'll make the finished version.
Oh, Silvar, hi! I like that idea, Moon. Moves like that which cause people to buy from a different company. It's exactly what I did. I used to recommend Arteza all the time. Their watercolors are great. I have their watercolors and they never fail me. Matter of fact, let me see. Yep. Right here. Here's my Arteza watercolors. Every watercolor you see is either this or of Aviva. These are my watercolors. Very well used. Good products. Love them. Their markers, utter shit. Utter shit. I will not recommend them. I don't know what formula they use. I don't know what Chinese company they go through to make it affordable, quote unquote. As a matter of fact, Choco should be doing her homework. Do not summon her. Choco has an assignment to do today, and she better be doing that assignment. Let me see. I'm going to look it up right now. I'm going to look up what the fancy dancy, because there are some things they do that are great. I feel like they do better with their paint than they do with their markers. But I will say these markers look very different. Let's just look up alcohol markers.
Hey, Starsan.
They don't have them.
Oh, they don't?
No. Hold the phone. What? Hold on. Now I gotta go on Amazon. I can't show you guys because my Amazon's linked to my actual name, but okay, so when I go on Amazon, they have their markers. Arteza markers. So they got their brush nibs. They got 338 reviews. Are these matte markers acid-free or light-fast? No, alcohol markers are not light-fast. They are dye-based. All brands and all colors are fugitive, fade with time and exposure to light. You can, of course, use a spray fixative. Why are you the only ones that have that problem, though? Do Arteza markers bleed through the page? Yes, of course. All alcohol markers bleed through paper. However, you can choose non-bleed paper, such as the Wall by Canson. I wonder
Yeah,
what that can
non. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Non-bleed through paper can be pretty pricey. I used to buy those. I found one that's pretty good for the ones I use, but trust me, they can be really pricey. And if you want to experiment, you got to make sure you have the money to experiment which one works.
Right. Destroyed all my hard work due to flowing out ink. I was devastated. Okay, so apparently the newest issue is ink just flows. Oh, golly.
This is why I always read the reviews for stuff because you never know, they could be pretty bad products.
Arteza let me down. This set is no new 36 colors, 23 only blender. Usually I feel cheated. Well, that doesn't help me, sir. But all the ones that are 1-star all say the same thing, that it was the horrible long-term investment. These markers are so close to being fantastic. You can get some nice results with them, but some performance issues and purchasing options really drag down my ability to recommend them. There are occasional issues with inconsistent ink flow, some of the markers, which can be a major problem when you unexpectedly get a massive flow of ink spill out. So this is apparently an issue. Kind of ridiculous to sell a marker set that is focused on blending without a blending marker. Get it together. Good packaging, but pretty poor blending for alcohol markers. See, now that problem I haven't had. I've been able to blend just fine. Oh, that's in German. I can't read that. So this is a much... So here's the one thing that I'm surprised about. This is a... Where's the large set? There is a large set of Arteza markers, like 200. That's what I need to find. That's what... Oh, let me see. Arteza alcohol... Okay, this one has 4,000 reviews. That's a little bit better of a pool to go through. So this is the 120 set. This is the one that I have. Let's go to their reviews. The 1-star ratings on these ones. Worst company ever. I ordered these markers for my son by accident, realized my mistake soon after I ordered them. They came the day after ordering. I tried to immediately return them without even opening the box. Imagine my shock when I found out they are not eligible for return. Markers are cheap and some are empty. Wish they were a little better. Beware, these markers stain. If you use these on a sketchbook, some colors will stain the other pages touching. The reds, oranges, and greens. Is this me? Oh no, that's signed by somebody named Jesus. I was like, shit, this sounded like my review, and the greens do stain. I'm a little concerned that I never saw no one talk about it. When I was doing research on these markers, some colors will fade on the second day I use them, especially the purples. What was all of Angel's stuff? These markers are hard to blend. They blend easier when you are using the chisel tip. Dried up. Markers dry without returns. Not worth it. Hate these skin tone markers. Not for beginners. Odd colors. Not very good skin tone. Came in dry. So he's right for some reason. This is kind of odd. Beware, markers may consume soul. I say art classes like 50% materials, 40% technique, and 10% aesthetics. Right. Best starry sky effect is a wash of sky blue, let dry, then flood, then drip moon glow, and toss table salt at it. Cool. But that's my point. Like, I'm reading all those reviews, and someone else said it, and the person in this review said it. It's really odd that with it having this dry up issue and this staining issue, why did I really not hear about it? It's just weird. I wonder if a lot of people usually pull the pages out. I don't know. I do not know, but that is very odd. Oh, it is odd. All right, who do I want to draw? Let's get
Hey,
Leo out.
Starsan, can I ask you something?
Sure.
I wanted to show you a drawing of mine, but don't worry, I'm gonna center it so it doesn't show in my face.
Oh, it's fine, honey.
Okay.
Show whatever you want to show. They probably deleted reviews. I wonder.
Can you see it?
Oh, look at how cute that is. Oh, I really like that design. Is that your character or is that a commission?
Oh, it's my character, and the person. It's a cat named Syrup. He was experimented to have a mouth in between his eyes.
I like his little happy
It's
face right there.
where?
The one with the little star coming out of it, like right
Oh, oh, right there. I
right
see
there,
it.
that one. So cute.
Yeah,
Poor Syrup.
yeah, yeah. Um, I could give you explanation. It's part of a story I have.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a town full of animals. No humans exist because they were all basically how can I say,
Wiped out.
put
Wiped
in a
out.
yeah, wiped out because of how they were treated, and they really don't like people that much, so they only allow animals, whether they talk or not, in the town. It's a Sirip's a little creature that's curious to why humans like animals as pets, so he technically does take a dog who is just a normal dog as far as they're aware,
Uh-huh.
and takes us on as a pet, but he does treat them nicely. It's just he's just curious to wonder why are humans like that towards animals in some way. It's really cool. Did you see the part where his mouth opens?
Yeah,
Right
the little
here.
center part is so cute.
He doesn't talk often with his mouth because it actually gives him headaches because it's so loud in his head.
Aww.
So he just so he tries not to speak as often. Only when he's trying to order his pet around, like, "Hey, come here" or something, whatever. Yeah, I'm glad you like it.
I do. I think he's adorable.
Yeah, I'll show the next one if that's okay.
Yeah, please. Go right ahead, because I'm in the middle of whenever I draw one of my characters, but I haven't drawn them in a long time, I gotta double check and make sure they look right. Ooh, let me get my thing back up. Here we go. I like Jonan Vasquez. Right. Moon's got a very unique style. I didn't know she reads Jonan Vasquez. He was a weird duck, that one. Moon's got some very creative ideas. I've been telling her that for ages.
Oh, thanks. I've been trying to find a combination of cuteness and some dark stories. I've because that's how I always like stuff. That's why I like some shows that are kind of have cute surface, but they have some dark underline and even overtones too sometimes.
Right, and I think it's adorable. I think definitely you meet that.
I hope so. I try.
Oh, is that his pet dog? No, yes? It's a zombie. She is more creative than Marvel and Disney combined, right? Moon going for that dark cuteness. Everything Moon does is very marketable. Like I could see a lot of it on a shirt. I like it, Moon. I like that a lot. Those are so cute. I know it's supposed to be like a little zombie, but I think it's so cute. forgot to put his dimple in. Also, Moon, if you're talking, we can't hear you, honey.
Sorry, you must have saw me. Sorry. Saw me a little bit. Sorry.
Sorry, I was like, I have a feeling because I could see the paper moving, meaning you were like demonstrating. I'm like, we can't hear you.
Yeah. Sorry. I was trying to say that this is Stitch is a dog, and he's been through a lot of stuff that, like you said, he's been a little bit wiped out kind of a few times, and he's been through some stuff that makes his life a little hard, but he finds some happiness with the, like I say, you know, that dog I mentioned who's technically owned by a syrup. He finds some happiness with that dog, and in a romantic way,
Uh-huh.
because at the end of the day, they're all still animals, and he technically can date her technically. So
I mean, they're all
it's
animals.
yeah, yeah. So he's just interested in her because she's technically the only other dog he can actually romantically be with. It's
That's
it's a really
cute.
interesting story. Yeah. I really like this. He's based on an old design of a character I had before that didn't work out. So he kind of lives on through this character, but in a different way. Mhm.
I like that a
I'm
lot.
glad I'm glad you like it because I love drawing these little things. You know.
I think you do a great job, honey.
Thank you.
Me,
I'll show you the.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry. Go ahead.
you can talk. No, you talk first. You can tell me.
See, a lot of my characters I design based on like our people kind of situation. I do have some animals, but they're not as right. Her very expressive. She is super expressive. Whoop.
Yeah. You were saying something?
I was saying all my characters are like are people kind of situations. Like right now, I'm drawing Leo, who I haven't drawn in a very long time.
Oh, I can't wait to see the finished product.
So I can show you guys what Leo looks like right now, so you can get an idea of who he is. His backstory, and you gotta forgive me, I wrote it a long time ago. This is Leo. So in the story I have, as you guys know, I've got Red, I've got Guy. Leo is technically a guard. And see, head of security for Guy. He has a lengthy backstory, so I'll save it for his character card. So pretty much what I did was I tried to create the idea of if we were going to have, he is an assassin, so I like that he gives Dexter vibes. So when it comes to Leo, Leo is part of a I don't know how to say it right. He's kind of a homunculus. So a lot of times when that's a he, right? There's a reason for that. So Leo was designed as kind of a homunculus, and how I designed it was this. In order to breed loyalty into the guards and to have nobody be a betrayal, every member of the guard is created with the dead bodies of former members of the royalty. So they utilize either the bones, or if they have the entire body, they'll utilize that, and they'll combine it with animals that are required for specific role. So the animals that were created to use to make Leo were panthers, bats, and then I believe the great great grandfather of Guy and Red. And right, so they can live normal lives, but they're kind of magically forced to be loyal to the crown. It's to make sure that they never betray them. And Leo is the head of security. He is an assassin, and he's a pretty boy. But that's why his eyes are so big, because he has more of the bat in him, and he has giant bat wings. And you always know who is a humongous, or I forgot what I called them. Using the undead previous royalty, but they only use the ones that are loyal to. This is Starsan universe. This is the main backstory for my universe, and I haven't refined it in so long. So I've really got to sit down and do that. So that way it's a whole actual set thing. And you can tell I'm a little nervous saying it all out loud because I have not talked about my universe to anybody. I kind of give a little backstory on it, but I always kind of like, these are mine. Starsan Crazyverse, right? I really do have to refine it. Um, and so, how you always know that somebody is a homunculus is they actually are born with specific scars, and they always show up in bright colors on their arms. Usually, the pieces of their descendants. So, like for instance, they use the arms of Guy and Red's great great grandfather. So both of Leo's arms are covered in red slash tattoos or markings all over it to show what he was. And I had them drawn somewhere long time ago. But it's definitely, I had all these rules and these stories and over complications, but I really like Leo just because he's very, I get the vibe. It's hard to present it in a snapshot and fleshed out universe. Right. It's a very, I'm jaded, cynical, skeptical, and paranoid, so completely sane and rational. And so I always get nervous because I have to remember a lot of my old details on the spot. Because I wrote these when I was like 16. I made a statue of Leo. Somewhere in my mom and dad's house, there's a clay statue of Leo that I made a long time ago when I was like 16 or 17 years old. I've had these characters a long, long time. And that's why I love when I hear Moon tell about hers. I like your story. I like to think I'm creative. Moon, you can tell me, honey. You can interrupt me. It's okay. You're on here. You can talk too.
Oh, sorry. I do like your creative work. It's just it makes me think like, dang, you could make a great series with that story, like maybe books or comics. But I understand not going to Hollywood because they'll basically try to put their touches in there, try to make it their own, like different. I mean, no, they just try to ruin the story because
Exactly.
I feel like sometimes they do.
Exactly. It's so true. And see,
Yeah.
that's why like Leo is very delicate and unassuming. Because don't forget, Moon's very smart, and she's got like, you got such a good story. I would love to see
Oh,
you actually like. How about we make a deal?
yeah.
I will continue to
Yeah.
flesh out and put out my story more if you do it too.
Oh, I can make that deal with you. I used to want to make animated films, like Disney and such, because maybe not Disney. I want to make a film that's, like I said, cute but has a dark edge, because I'm not good at, putting my stuff in a category like what for kids or for adults. Me, I feel like I don't have to necessarily curse in my stories, but they will have some dark elements. That's how I like to write them.
I think that your stuff
Yeah,
is definitely not like. I think the elements that you have are not kid friendly. However,
exactly that.
I think they should be adult only. But I mean, you don't have to swear if you don't want to. That is the beauty of making your own story. Hi, Bob Blah Blah. Oh, dude, Substack. What is a Substack? Can anybody explain that to me? I have no idea. Oh, how cute! Look at that happy little smile. That is adorable. Hollywood and Timmy Turner's mom's voice. Everything I touch dies. You are not coming up. You just took a big whopping poo, sir. I said what I said. You are not coming up, sir. Thank you. No. Love you. But you're gonna get doo-doo on me. I know you, because you don't clean yourself. Substack
Like,
is a publishing platform. You can write. Oh, so it's,
is that your kitty?
yeah. Zora was trying to come up, and if he comes up, I won't be able to draw.
Oh, yeah, I think you didn't hear me. I think I muted myself again. Uh, it's this pancake. If you didn't hear, if you hear me now.
Yes, now I hear you.
Yeah. Um she may be the most normal dog in the town because I want to hint something in her eyes that show that maybe there's something up about her that keeps her that's connected with the town, but
Oh,
yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't get the story all written down or at all really, but I have a lot of brainstorming. I really like I really like the character because she's so simple. She's just a simple dog. It's just something in her eyes. It's just the only thing that's may not be exactly what a dog has, but she's still
so is
just a
she the
dog. She
pet
never.
dog?
Yeah, she's a pet dog to Syrup technically.
Ah,
Yes,
okay.
and yeah, she's really nice. She's friendly and she befriends other animals. Some of the animals don't like her because, well, in this town, the animals are carnivores or omnivores technically because,
Hmm.
well, they got the taste for a certain kind of creature. It's just I'll tell you maybe one day in the DMs, but it's great. I'm gonna flip the page. I'm gonna show you something else.
Go ahead.
Uh, this is I forgot the name. You might see it on the screen, but this is one of my favorite characters. It's a chinchilla slash flying squirrel character.
So cute.
Yeah, he's actually one of the mean character, one of the characters that don't likes the dog Pancake at first because he's very territorial and he flies so he can attack other animals.
So now I'm assuming a lot of these animals got experimented on, just like
Pretty
syrup.
much, pretty much, almost all of them. Some animals are actually pretty supernatural without human touch. It's just they're connected because maybe someone they knew or related to them were harmed in some way. I mean, not harmed. I mean, experimented.
Oh,
I
so this is
mean,
kind of like a Happy Tree Friends scenario.
yes, I love that show. It's one of the inspirations I have.
I
Yeah.
want you guys to imagine how wholesome and adorable Moon is, and we're sitting here imagining her going, "Yay!" as all these adorable little creatures just get slaughtered and blood's flying everywhere. It's the most
Yeah.
hilarious juxtaposition. I love it.
Yeah. And this is one of my I think hedgehog or porcupine characters. He kind of reminds me of Sonic. He has spines that wrap around him. I'm not sure what to make a backstory in that, but for now he's pretty nice. He just looks a little crazy because of his eyes. He's pretty cool though.
It's so cute. See, your character design is just so adorable.
Yay. Yeah.
It really is.
Thanks. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, and I'll show you this character out when I find him. He's one of my favorite designs. Hard to redraw, but
Ooh. Balance out the sweet with the scorpion pepper, right? Do these bleed rainbow glitter blood? How hilarious would that be?
oh no, none of that for now.
For now, she's like, not yet.
Now this one is he's a chicken character that the people in the town, the ones who experiment on animals, they were scientists. They wanted to make. I'll give you a backstory on the town.
Yes,
The
please.
town wanted, yes, the town they wanted to make their state known for something because they weren't getting much traffic in tourists. So they decided to experiment on the animals and try to make them look interesting for to advertise. Like, hey, look at us! We got these interesting animals no one else in the world has. Come and visit our town to see them at the cost of the poor little thing's sanity and you know innocence. It's sad. This one is a chicken. They kind of took off his beak and gave him human like well not human I don't know human but big teeth
Mm-hmm.
and yeah he might be one of the saddest characters in some way because even the other animals don't like him. They think he's kind of scary, so they avoid him, and that makes him very depressed.
I want you guys to hear how emotionally attached Moon is to this character, and I love it.
I know. You know, I was inspired by a character from One Piece to make this based on the eyes. I don't know if you watch One Piece, but one of
Mm.
their newest arcs inspired me to make a character like this.
I I love I love the
Yeah,
emotional attachment that you clearly have to your characters, which is what I wish
Thank
more
you.
artists had. I wish more artists had that kind of love for their characters rather than love for someone else's characters. Like, this is why I vibe with this so much, guys, because I would rather hear this than someone say, oh, well, I love Naruto because of A, B, and C. I would rather them sit there and tell me, I love this character because I made it for this and I feel bad. Because the thing is, when you write a tragic character, you always kind of feel guilty towards it.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I'm sorry I made you this way, but I'll always love you. Like, I feel guilty when I create something and I have to make it the bad guy, or I have to whatchamacalls it, have it go through a bad situation.
A tragic story?
Right. I always feel guilty. And so when anybody can do it, I'm like, I admire you because you're a better storyteller than me.
No. You're doing great too. I like you're very detailed on everything. I admire your details on your art and everything. Like, I guess they
I
always say
feel
the
like I'm
grass is
not detailed
greener,
enough.
but oh, sorry, you said something?
I feel like I'm not detailed enough.
Oh, no, you give yourself some credit. I love your stuff.
Saying like, and I'm looking at you and I'm looking at all the expressions and I'm like, damn, Moon does like this is something where a lot of artists this is where my imposter syndrome comes out. Like, it's I don't feel guilty about fraud. Fraud and Sponge Child bring it upon themselves. My favorite child, clearly, she knows where it's at. She understands. But can you guys see how he's coming along? I'm trying.
Yeah, I can see it faintly.
But yeah, so I love my characters.
Me too.
I always want them to be happy, even though they're not real.
And you helped me really appreciate my art. When we talk in the DMs, you really helped me understand that, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it's still my character. At the end of the day.
Exactly. Well, that's how I try to treat myself. Because, like, again, I something someone offhandedly said to me on DeviantArt years ago has stuck with me for a very long time. They said, "You're the first person I've seen that actually does original characters." And the way they wrote it, they were like, "Your characters have so much life." And I was so happy to hear that because you sit there and you make these characters and you wonder to yourself, am I even doing a good job? Is this even going to resonate? Am I making shitty characters? And then someone comes along and they see all the work you're doing and it means a lot. But then I get nervous and I'm like, well, that's good. One person likes them. No one else ever has to know. Because I guess it's like a parent protecting their children. I don't want anybody to get mad at these characters for existing because I didn't do a good enough job on them. I don't know. I think I'm rambling a little bit, but I hope that makes sense to you guys. I can't make characters. You guys amaze me. Oh,
Oh.
see the knife. This is must resist banning Priz. Damn. Oh, Zoro won, by the way, guys. He's on me.
Oh. Yeah.
And if
Your
you're
cat's
wondering why
persistent.
right? If you're wondering why he wears gloves, is so that way they can't trace his assassin ways back to Gi. That's why he always wears gloves. Oh. Also, you guys are so fast at drawing.
Yeah, you saw.
The beautiful crying eyes. Now, what is that creature?
Oh, you talking to me?
Yeah, what was that one? It looked like a
You talking
ghost.
to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. You talking to me?
This one, yes. This is you saw the dog, the dog with the stitches. This is technically the mother of that dog. His family has been through almost the
Aww.
same as him, except he's actually the one that's kind of he's kind of luckier than his mother because his mother kind of don't have some of her appendages at the moment. So she wears a sheet because she kind of feels ashamed of her looks.
Oh.
It's kind of sad for her, but
What
she
are those
still has
lines
to
on the
raise
side
her
of her cheek?
kids as best as she can.
Right. What
Yeah,
are those lines on the side of her cheeks? Are
and
those
she
just
the oh that those are her tears.
oh, she
She
permanently
it's
cried.
kind of, let's just say they all had contact with some toxic ink. Yeah, they've been infused with toxic ink and messes with their biology in a way. So they all technically cry it sometimes. She has it the worst with the crying, but she's actually luckier compared to her husband, which I'm gonna show you. Ooh, you're gonna get surprised,
Oh,
but don't worry.
I
Ooh,
want to know more about these animals. I want to save them all.
I know, I know you like animals, and I make these stories about him. This is her husband. I don't have a name for him yet, but this is really far from what he used to look like. They're all they were all dogs, but they all were his all his last parts were all can't be salvaged. So he's now just an octopus looking thing with a hat. He looks like he's smiling, but he's not actually. That's his stitches. He's actually pretty confused on what's going on. He doesn't remember his wife, but he remembers that the creature that is his wife. He likes her, but he doesn't know who she is. So he does. It's really because the family they kind of lost their dad in a mental way, not 100% physically though.
Oh, these are like
You heard me?
intricate. Like these are very intricate characters. Ryan, what exactly are you doing behind me?
Sad.
Oh, Moon, you're breaking up, honey. You're breaking up, honey. I
Oh,
want to know more, but I can't hear her.
you know?
Try again. I only hear like tiny little. I can't actually hear you, honey. Oh, I want to know more. I lost her, guys. It is cute. It kind of reminded me of the Octi from Powerpuff Girls. Well, I mean, eventually designs like that uh will come up where you're going to see some designs just similar, especially if they're really cutesy. There she is. All right.
You hear me?
Oh, I hear you now.
Yeah, sorry. They said it was a connection with my Wi-Fi for a moment. I'm back. Sorry for worrying you.
Good, we got you back. We can't lose our moon, okay? We can't.
Yeah. Uh. Yeah. Here. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I get it. It's one of the stories I'm developing. I really like writing these stories, even though they are sad. I try to put the cuteness because I feel like it works well when you have some cute layers, but in the deeper end, there's something going on. I just love those stories.
Oh, I agree because if you look at it, like Has Been Hotel is a perfect example of that, where they can get away with those really kind of like hard stories because the characters are charming and they are adorable to look at. They're not completely scary, so they can come off as that. There are some designs I hate, but Like, I'm sorry, I hate Osmodeus. I hate his design. I think it's ugly.
I'm gonna look up that character. I'm not sure if I heard of him.
He's it's either Asmodeus or Osmosis, but um, he's the demon of lust. And oh my god, there's nothing about him that looks lustful to me.
Oh, I've seen him. Wasn't he in Hell of a Boss?
Yes, I'm saying he's from Hell of a Boss and Has Been Hotel, and they're in the same universe. They're just I just do not like his character design. I just don't like it.
I'm not a fan of it either. To be fair, I kind of lost interest in those shows. It's just I don't know. Maybe I expect too much, but it's just I just can't really feel for characters if they're kind of annoying and kind of jerky and not in a lovable way. For me, I say for me, no, I'm not speaking for anyone else. Anyone that's their business. It's just for me, it doesn't work for my taste.
I think the problem is that one, there's a lot of romance and sex in it, and I know that's not your bag. I know those are things that, like, they don't interest you, and that's a big part of Has Been Hotel.
Well,
and on top of that, it's just
yeah, well,
they are denizens of hell.
It just doesn't work for me. I used to like Vivi's stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, like I like Vivi. Well, all right, so I like her stuff. I'm not a big fan of Vivi herself, but because I think she definitely used to be a little more Republican. But then when she realized it didn't look as good, she changed her stance. But I'm surprised you've seen it. Frankly, it didn't seem like
okay. Yeah, you know more than me because I did not realize that.
Yeah, she used to draw, like, she did fan art of Blair White, and then once people came out and said, "Oh, how dare you draw Blair White?" She's like, "I didn't even know really who she was. Okay, I was just, I drew someone that I thought like she had a really good take on something, so I drew it. I didn't mean to be problematic," and da 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 da. And I was like, "Girl, you cannot not know who Blair White is if you follow her or draw her." And like, don't lie. Like, don't insult our intelligence. Come on. I have a feeling I lost Moon again, guys. Oh no, she muted herself again.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I make that mistake a lot. This is I don't have a name for her yet. You hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
You got me. You hear me?
A Papillon?
Huh?
Is she a Papillon?
She's a okay. She was a dog, but they put her brain basically in the body of a koala.
Oh.
Yeah, so she kind of has some, how can I say, technically identity issues because she has dog-like behavior, but she's in the body of a koala and it's kind of messing her up a bit. Even though she actually probably is the lucky ones because she didn't go through much experimentation. She was a puppy when it happened, and she doesn't remember too much.
She's so cute.
Yeah, but she does cry a little bit, not as much as her mom, but she's very shy. So she's kind of, let's just say they all have their own little place. Like in the town, they have their Saturdays where they go to their little restaurant that they own and make some foods for the animals. Like, hey, it's Friday and Saturday. Let's have some pizza and some soda and such, and let's do some stuff. Don't I'm trying to explain why they know how to do these things because they kind of have some books that they look on how to cook and things.
I like that they have that though. That's really
yes.
Cool.
What'd you say?
Oh, can you not hear me, honey?
Yeah. I can hear you.
Oh, you're getting a delay though, because you're catching me about maybe 2 seconds after. Refresh your page. Try that.
Okay, I'll try.
Let's see what happens. I hope it helps. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. She looks like she's got full bars now. Ooh, I hear him.
Do I sound good?
You sound good.
Oh, thank you. Sorry for the delay. Wi-Fi is a tricky thing.
See, yeah, that's why I just started doing like hardwire. Because when it would happen on here, everyone would roast me so bad.
Mm-hmm.
So how does he look now that you guys can actually see him a little better?
I can see the character better.
Kaya Truffles, what? Phantom body syndrome, the poor baby, right? She has a lot of really good tragic characters. Very action oriented. Well, he is an assassin. Offering name suggestions. No, his name's Leo. Oh, to the character. Got you. I see a person, or is it a monkey?
It's a person. I'm experimenting with colors. It's a new idea I'm getting. It's a character who he does have his own little story that's kind of sad too, but not as bad as the animals. He finds some joy within a friend. Let me see if I can turn it.
Is he in a different universe?
A different universe, yes.
Okay, I was gonna say this is taboo. He is a person.
Yeah, yeah. So he befriends this little character, right here. It's Yeah. He finds a carrot he was buying at the store, and one day it comes to life, and he befriends it because he doesn't have much friends, and they go on little adventures together.
Oh, it's like a more wholesome Calvin and Hobbes.
Yeah. I had this idea, and I thought I couldn't do it because I wasn't getting the design right, but I decided to try it anyway, and it worked out in the end.
See, that's the beautiful thing. Go ahead and like keep pushing until you get the design right. Like that's why I have to do it on paper. Doing the designs on digital just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, and this is the guy's ex-girlfriend. She was kind of a jerk, and well, maybe not ex yet. I don't have the story fully, but she's like very, let's just say she's really not nice, and she gets really jealous of the carrot character. I have a drawing right here. Oh, you'll see right here on the right, she's eating a carrot because she's really upset, and she's like, "I'm gonna do this to you, carrot, if you keep butting in my business or something."
Ooh, you know, it'd be fun if eventually she got like her own little vegetable friend, and that's what like makes them separate.
Yeah,
jealous of each other. Like when she gets an eggplant.
yeah, maybe one that's not alive. It's she just pretending.
That'd be hilarious, and then she has to keep replacing it because it keeps rotting.
Yeah, yeah, and this is the guy's best friend. He kind of like comforts him. Well, not comfort him. He's kind of like he's like a character that works out his problems through working out, and he's trying to help his friend. Like, look, don't let this girl get you down. Focus on you. Exercise. Let's go watch a movie and such, and just focus on you. That's what I'm trying to make. I used two colors to represent these characters.
And that's great. You don't have to like. Don't worry if when you draw, you use minimal colors. Like that's the one greatest thing. Like that's why I love character design and love making original characters because you create all the rules, and you can change them as you see fit. You can maneuver it. Like that's what I love about it. That this is you creating your rules.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, this is his sister character. She has blue hair but the same orange eyes. I was gonna make it purple and blue, but it didn't work out because I thought, maybe make her eyes orange to show that she's related to the guy.
Right. Now this is the red hair guy or the bald guy.
No, she's the sister to the bald guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, kind of a not so nice person in his life. Yeah, that's kind of like I'm trying to show that she's kind of like have these rude expressions. Like, I don't know if you see the dialogue. Is it backward? It might be backwards for you. Yeah.
It's backwards, but I will tell you, her expressions are great.
Yeah.
Like I love that she like That one with the pupils really, really tiny, that's a really intense expression, and it's good.
Yeah, it's supposed to show she's a bit unhinged, like she's ready to cause some mischief in her brother's life. Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
Thanks. And thanks for letting me show them to you in the stream chats. I really
Oh,
appreciate
absolutely.
it.
And this made me feel a lot better. And you can see, guys, it did not take me very long to do this because when I've got I can feel it better. I can see everything. It's so much better. It's almost 3 p.m. here. Got to run. Right, it is almost 3. I have a lot of characters in my head, but I can't draw or write. And when I do write stuff, I tend to stop thinking about it, so I don't know what to do. I would do bullet points instead of writing it like a story. Write down the important bullet points about the character first. But it is already 2:56, guys, so we're getting ready to wind down anyways. But we appreciate you being comfortable. Right, I appreciate you showing us to begin with.
Oh, thank you.
Cool. But, well, okay, guys, we're going to get going. I am potentially going to take a nap because your old girl is tired. But thank you all for joining me today. Thank you all for being here. The new video should be out on Thursday, unless your girl gets distracted, then it'll be on Friday. I will be recording new videos coming up soon. I'm getting past all the recordings that I did weeks ago. So the one coming out this week, warning, it was recorded before I even started work. So it's back to the little whatchamacallit, the little fluffy star coat and everything. But Moon, thank you for joining me today. I very much enjoyed it.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you. Today I've been going around reporting every Black person's channel. Do you agree with me? Why? Imagine this is a troll.
Yeah,
it's
troll.
An unknown potato. And I'm imagining they're trying to get a reaction out of people. We love the fluffy coat. I love my star fluffy coat. But anyways, so guys, thank you for joining me today. Remember to tell people that are important to you, that you love them, and to be safe. So guys, I love you. Be safe. Moon, I love you. Be safe.
Oh, thank you. I love you too, and I hope you stay safe too.
Yes. I know, dogs. Mommy's finally done. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you guys next time. And I will see you in the chat on Thursday, potentially Friday. Bye, everybody. Have a great day.